Shalom, shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honor to the apostles, the head elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, and sincerity, faith, and truth. All right, here and abroad, who do the same. All right, uplift the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. The year of prophecy. All right, the vision is yet for an appointed time, 2020. All right, 2020. All right. The year, so-called 2020, all right, started off with a bang, all right, and here we are. We got Trump. He just made a public announcement or a public speaking about what's going on, all right, with the Iran situation, and he's pretty much making it seem like everything is hunky dory, but yet we didn't know nothing about what's his name, Soleimani.
Yeah, Qasem Soleimani.
Qasem, you brothers tell me. Hey. Did you know about?
Yeah, I don't know. I
didn't hear about 2019. I didn't hear about.
Well,
it. I didn't know about it.
Qasem Soleimani, right, was highly, he was highly. How can I say? He was highly praised for in 2014. He defeated ISIS. He was one of the top general commanders that was over in Syria that got credited for defeating ISIS, man. So now here it is, this guy, Qasem Soleimani, is a fucking deadly terrorist now, man.
He's dead though.
So see, that's how the propaganda machine runs in the social media outlet, because what they do, they push the narrative, man. And these people are so brainwashed and so dumbed down that whatever comes out in the news that they believe, they don't do no research. They don't try to research anything to find out anything of any matter. But what they do is they just go on what they have heard, and that's it, man. What the media say is golden. But you got to do your own research, man.
I got a quick one.
Good.
Yeah, this is since you was going into what was going on with these nations. This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 19. It says, "There is no healing of thy bruise, thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap their hands over thee."
And that's talking about America, man. And all the hegemony they bring forth throughout the four corners of the earth, man. And you see the economy, the infrastructure of America. You know, read about the bruise again. Mm-hmm. The infrastructure, the economy, the infrastructure, the military is outstretched. Yeah, bro.
It says, Nahum 3:19, "There is no healing of thy bruise, thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruits of thee shall clap their hands over thee. For upon whom have not thy wickedness passed continually?"
And that's what the board of wickedness. You talking about the board of wickedness? That's Esau, man. And how he liked to spread his hegemony throughout the four corners of the earth. Now, Dabu 777, he had like a little 2-minute segment where he's showing how the U.S. military is outstretched, and the bulk of the troops are in Kuwait, which is 13,000, and then the most of the troops, the majority of the troops are in Afghanistan. They in Qatar. I'm gonna see if I can bring that out real quick, because that's major and what's going on. And right now in society. So you finish reading that, and I get this real quick.
That was it. But I got the Hebrew word for bruit. The Hebrew word for bruit is shamai. Yeah, shamai. And it says report, a hearing.
Yeah, shamai. Yeah, that's hearing.
Yeah, shamai. It's like it.
Is that right? Go ahead.
Yeah. So that was the Hebrew word.
One more time.
To read the scripture?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It says, Nahum chapter 3, verse 19. "There is no healing of thy bruise."
What bruise is America bruised by, man? All right, economically, and all right, pretty much morally, man. This place is set up by way of witchcraft and wickedness, man. All right, go back to the founding fathers or whatever. Go back into the Bavarian sect of the Illuminati. This place has been set up and founded on wickedness, man. All right, bewitching the people, man. So this is something you can't turn back from. This is something that the so-called white man can't repent from. This is something that he's been created to really push forward as an entire global, all right, type of mind frame, man. He's the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Go ahead.
It says, "Thy wound is grievous."
Yeah, it's grievous because you can't heal it. Guess what? The wounds that has been inflicted and produced by America cannot be healed. Starting with the transatlantic slave trade, the sub-Saharan slave trade, the different atrocities that happened to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the children of Israel, all right, and the numerous other laws that the so-called white man implements in his penal system, the prison industrial complex, all right, the pharmaceutical drugs, okay, the polluting of the air, the polluting of the water, the not keeping of the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right, this can't be reversed, man. The Most High has set up this so-called white man to put all of this wickedness into play, to where it's just going to get worse and worse, gradually get worse and worse and worse and worse. All right, to where things just totally destroy itself, man. And the Most High brings that judgment. Go ahead.
It says, "All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap their hands over thee."
And it said the word brute in Hebrew is shemai, which is hearing of what? Esau's being exposed, man.
That's right.
For what you really are, man. All I did today through the Spirit was Google. I Googled, who are the Edomites today? And a book came up by some, I guess is a rabbi called Yair Davidi or whatever. And this is an actual book, and in the front of the book it says the Germans are one of the most prominent figures on Edom, man. You can just Google these things, man.
Hey, that's going to the wise men of Teman.
Yeah, man. All right, and we know according to the Spirit who the wise men of Teman are, which is the Germans, man. They're the ones that was ingenuitive in the different tanks and the different weaponry and the different, all right, breakthroughs and what you got the modern day weaponry of, man.
You see, it's like the history of Adolf Hitler and the two wars that Germany was involved with, World War I and World War II, right? You know, it was because of their technology, how they was advancing above Great Britain. Because prior to World War II, Great Britain was the world reserve currency. They held to the British pound until the Britain meetings after World War II.
That's right.
You know, see, what a lot of people don't know is Adolf Schicklberger, whatever his name is, because his name is not Hitler, because he's the illegitimate child of one of the Rothschilds, do the maid or do one of his workers. That he was set up, man. He was set up, and all that communism, it's communism, fascism, and all that was created by the Rothschilds, man. Marxism to create divisions, man. That's all that is, man.
Yeah, he was an Amalekite, brother. Shalom. Mike, Allah, and Kylie.
Shalom. He was an Amalekite, man.
Definitely an Amalekite.
You know, so, and they painted this dude like he's some kind of monster, but in all reality, man, he was the scapegoat. And that's the victim saying the history belongs to the victim, man. So whoever wins the war gets the right history, man.
Yep, I got a precept. This is Isaiah 14:6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
Ooh, that's the military, Salakia. That's the military of Esau, the military of the so-called white man. Because that's how he goes throughout the earth. This is what he has been doing. And he's being exposed on a whole nother level now. You got the certain Marines and the different, military factions bringing out, how they understand that, they're going to war, they're being sent out to war for profit, for political, and for profit, of America, and they risking their lives just for the profit and the benefits to make America rich. All right, and they just want a college education and healthcare, and really they're not getting no real benefits from it. They just what? GIs. They're galvanized iron.
Now you know what? And this dude, I forgot his name, is gonna come to me. He said that the military are nothing but dumb dogs, man.
Yes, Henry Kissinger.
Henry Kissinger,
Yep,
that do
Henry
the bidding.
Kissinger.
That's right,
That's right.
Henry Kissinger, that do the bidding of the political,
said the same
of
thing.
the global elite, man.
Yep.
Yeah, because all wars are bankers' wars.
That's right, man. So, you have brothers putting on the what's that chap? How women are saying that I should have I should have stripped instead of getting into the military, because what Trump is doing, Trump just they said you came back from the war. You got certain women say that they just came back from the war, and they just came back from the military campaigns, right? All of a sudden now they being sent back over to the Middle East, man. Even though they have been cleared for to come home, man. And then now they talk about a military draft. You start to hear this in the news now. Military draft, military this, military that. Why? Because they preparing your minds. They preparing you to predictive programming and gradualism to get you used to that word draft, man, like they did in the 60s.
Yeah, it's like it. I was on YouTube, we watching videos, it's a lot of things going on. And it was an ad about, signing up for the military. And what's the coincidence? All this going on. Now they talking about on these ads, you want to sign up for the military, go right ahead.
Because Jake done got wise, man. You see, the majority of Jake that's getting into them, you have simple-minded ass niggas that go into the military, but majority of these Jakes are women that's going into the military, man. You see, never in history, this is the only empire in history that allowed women in their military. Show me any other military throughout the history of the world that allowed women to fight in hand-to-hand combat with men in the military.
Gone.
Show me that. Show me that, and I'll keep my mouth shut, man. I'll take this garment off. Show me that in the ancient Roman Empire, there was women fighting hand-to-hand by combat with other men. I'm saying with men. Show me that in the Assyrian Empire, in the Medo-Persian Empire, in the Greek Empire. Show me where the women had a high rank over a man, yelling in his face, telling him what to do. That's out of order, man. That's confusion. To have a woman, she's a sergeant or a lieutenant, and she's or a drill sergeant, and she's yelling in another man's face. Spit flying in his face and all that, man.
Calling you a
maggot or whatever the fuck she's calling you.
Numb nuts and all that crazy shit.
Show me that, man. Show me that.
Yeah.
Show me that, man.
Yeah.
You never saw. Yo, that's unreal, man. That's unheard of, man. You see women in the military serving side by side with another man, hand-to-hand combat. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something, man. If I was in the military and I see a chick, I'm in the trenches, right? Boom, 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 boom. It's nighttime. Bitch right here next to me and shit, man.
She gets snatched up.
Tear her fucking ass up right in the fucking hole, man. If I got the time to, and we in the trenches, we hiding, and she's sleeping, and I'm sleeping, and somebody keeping guard, she getting snatched up. Real talk. She getting snatched up.
Alright, let me keep reading. It says, he who smote the people in wrath with the continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hinder it.
And that's Esau, man. With his military, man. The teeth of Esau is his military, man. He's ruling this nation with fierce anger and fierce wrath, man. Through his military, he was given the blessing of the sword through Isaac, our forefather, which is Yahweh Shah, man. And Yahweh Shah is going to be the one that take that sword from him, man. And that might from him, that military might from him, man. Esau is proud because he have a powerful military. And we're not talking about the American counterparts of Esau or the Edomites, man. Because they all enjoy rulership with each other, man. All these Edomites, the Russian Edomites, the European Edomites, the United States, the American Edomites, they all in cahoots with each other, man. Because this is their kingdom. And who at the head of their kingdom? Starting with the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and the Oppenheimers, man, the international bankers. They are Amalekites, man. also Edomites. So they are ruled, and then all these militaries, man. You got the 3-city state. You got the financial district, which is London, of Esau's military. I'm saying of Esau's power. Then you have the Vatican, which is the religious sect, and then you have Washington, which is the military sect of the 3-city state, man. All belong to Esau, the so-called white man.
Hold on, then you say the financial? Which one is the financial?
London.
It's London, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The financial sect is London.
That's right.
Then you got the religious sect, which is the Vatican. And then you have the military sect, which is Washington, man. That's a 3-city state, man, that Esau have set up. And each of them have a stranglehold on the people, man.
Okay.
Financially, religiously, and militarily, man.
Yeah.
That's how
There it
they
is.
control
That's
the
the
masses,
spirit.
bro.
The water, behold, I come quickly. And I saw 3 unclean spirits, like frogs, come out of the mouth of the dragon,
Cut.
and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. And we just broke that down, man.
That's right, man.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Let me keep going.
Yeah.
'Cause it goes into something else, but it says, verse 7: the whole earth is at rest and is quiet.
The whole rest, when Esau get taken out of his power, his rulership, the whole earth is going to be at rest. It's going to be at quiet. It's going to be quiet, man. It's going to be no more wars because the earth is going to be given to the hands of the righteous, man. Where the righteous are going to bear rule, man. So people going to rejoice, man. But right now, the wicked is bearing rule, and the people are mourning because you got wars, lamentations, woes, pestilence, all kind of hell breaking loose, man. Economic depression, you know. Hey, the United States has a large homeless population, man, in which they're not publicizing on the news, man. You have a large homeless population, man. Even people that have jobs, they are homeless, man, living out of their trucks, living in tents, living in these shelters, man. You got men and women in these family shelters with their children. They both got jobs, but they trying to make ends meet. She may be a waitress. She may be making a little minimum wage job. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough to pay no bills, man, just to get by. So they got to live in a homeless shelter, being subject to all kind of manners and bullshit, man.
Yeah. It says, they break forth into singing. Yea.
The whole world gonna break forth into singing, man. Yeah, bro.
Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow is come up against us.
Now, if you look at that word fellow, it means a lumberjack, a man that likes to cut down trees, man.
Yep.
Deforestation, man.
Deforestation.
And that's what Esau is well known for because they use trees to make the paper that you write on come from trees. And a bunch of other things come from trees, man. Wood. And that's why you have all these animals leaving their natural habitat coming into these communities, man, because it was once their habitation where they inhabit, man. But they've been pushed out, man.
Right.
A fella is a lumberjack, man. No fella have come up against us, man. It was a lumberjack have come up against the trees and cut them down, man. Because the earth has a spirit, man. And this earth is sick because you got the wicked ruling, man. Yeah, bro.
It says, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Which is hell means that it's representative of the grave, man. Slavery, hardship. Hell beneath have read it again?
It says, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
A great fall that's coming from Esau, man, which is going to be slavery, hardship, hell. Hell from beneath have been moved to meet thee at that coming, man, because you're going to be taken out of your rulership, man. Mm-hmm. Job 14:5, man. The Most High set bounds where you cannot pass, red devil, bastard. Where you approaching your bounds, man, and guess what, man? You've been ruling for a season. You're going to be taken out of your rulership, man.
it says, it stirreth up the dead for thee.
The dead is these other nations, man.
That's right.
It stirreth up the dead for thee, man. These other nations will come up against you, man.
Yeah, the word stirreth up in the Hebrew is I war, which means to rouse oneself.
To rouse them up, you know what I'm saying? To get them all revved up, you know what I'm saying? To come up against you, man. To take you out of your rulership, to help take you out of your rulership. But you're going to have Esau against Esau. And what Esau don't realize is you taking down yourself, man, because the kingdom is divided against each other, man. Esau's kingdom is divided, man. I'm talking about Esau's kingdom. Esau had rulership over the whole world, dominion over the whole earth. So guess what? The European Parliament, they're against each other. The European Union, they're against each other, man. You know, you got the Russian counterpart of Esau, they're against each other, man. So it's just a little bit of big ball of confusion, man. And that's why you see what's going on in the Middle East, man. Now all these European nations is down with that shit, man. But you got one sect of the Edomites that's bringing death, destruction, and hegemony, man, and conquering through the way of their war machine, which is the military-industrial complex, man, which is ran by the American government. Lockheed Martin, and what's the other one?
Raytheon.
Huh?
Raytheon.
Raytheon, and what's the other one? There's another one too.
Smith and West.
No, that's
low on the
no, that's
What you say?
what?
I said what you said.
Raytheon.
Lift. I'm saying
Mystery what?
No, I'm talking about the military industrial complex, which is Lockheed Martin, and there's another one, man. Raytheon and Boeing. They make these fighter jets, man. You know, so they all in coalition with each other, man.
Yeah.
Bringing death, destruction, and mayhem throughout the four corners of the earth. That's why the earth is mourning. Yeah, bro.
It says, even all the chief ones of the earth, it have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
All the chief ones of the earth, all the kings of the nation, all these different prime ministers, these different dictators, prime ministers, chancellors, presidents, whatever you call them, man. They are still puppets of the international bank, but the Most High gonna put the spirit on them to come up against the American counterparts of Esau and the head honcho, which is the Amalekites over there in Israel, calling themselves children of the Most High, but they nothing but Khazars.
Hey, the military-industrial complex, the Pentagon, is a big one.
Yeah, the Pentagon. Yeah, come on. That's the one of the three city states. Washington was the Pentagon, man.
Right.
You know, that's the three city states. So like I said, we're bringing that again. The three city states consist of the financial district, which is London. Then you have the religious sect, which is the Vatican, and then you got the military sect, which is Washington. All controlled by Esau, the so-called white man. You know, and that's how they have the whole world in control, because they control people through religion, through finances, and intimidation through war. And and one of the main ways of how they have it is through war. And financial, it's like in the financial set, you know, all plays a big part in Esau's rulership, man. The religion, which is nothing but the worshiping of different idols. The main religion that Esau worships is Serapis, man, you know, or Quaz, which the apostle was bringing, which looked like Barry Manilow, you know, with the big sloshes.
Yeah, with the flower pot in his head.
Yeah, to go back to Serapis, man.
I got a precept.
Yeah, bro.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, I start at verse 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief.
And that's Esau. Esau would have a sleepless night, would lose sleep countless hours unless they cause something to fall, unless they cause some mission to be done throughout the four corners of the earth. Whether it's through the economic hitman, whether it's through a proxy army, whether it's through a coup d'etat, whether it's killing a average Jake in the street. They lose sleep unless they cause somebody to fall through their mischief, man. Yeah, bro.
And their sleep is taken away unless they have caused some to fall.
Hey, and they sleep is taken away, like I stated a couple of seconds ago, unless they cause some nation or some individual or people or group of people to fall, man. And that's what they do, man. They go around spreading their hegemony, do their military, do intimidation, and they go and rob and rape and take the resources of the other nation to put them in subjection, man. And they fall in line because guess what? They can't match them militarily. So you can't tell me this at the Roman Empire. That's what the Roman Empire was doing. The Roman Empire will conquer a nation from all from far without even going in and bringing their military might. Do their policies, man, in the fear of their military might. And that's the same thing that's going on in America.
For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence.
And for Esau eat the bread of wickedness, do they witchcraft and they sorceries, and the bread of violence, do they military, man. Conquering, raping, robbing, pillaging.
Gotcha.
This fit the bill of Esau, man. What nation is doing the things that Esau is doing right now, man? Who is the devil?
Real quick.
Yeah, bro.
John 10 verse 10. The thief cometh not before to steal and to kill and to destroy.
Who is the thief, man? Is not Esau a common thief that steal lands, cover people's houses, man, take them by force? The thief, man. They're not that the Edomites stole the land from the Native Americans. They're not the Edomites stole human beings and put them into slavery, which is human trafficking, slavery. The thief cometh not but to steal and to kill, man. Because whatever they can't steal, man, during the course of them stealing, they're going to kill. And whatever they can't steal and take for themselves, they're destroyed. So none of us got it, man. You ain't got it, I ain't got it, man. I couldn't take it from you, so we're going to destroy the bitch. And that's Esau. That's a so-called white man. The bill fits who it fits, man. If the shoe fits, Esau take it and wear it, man.
Yeah, they call this the home of the free and the land of the brave.
This is nothing but the home of the slaves and the land of the cowards.
Home of the thief and land of the slave.
The home of the thief
In the land of the slave.
and the land of the slaves.
See, the thief cometh not before to what? Steal. These are the characteristics
Of Esau.
that the so-called white man has portrayed on the earth. A damn thief. To what? What does a thief do? He comes and steals everything. Comes and takes what's not his. Zechariah the 5th chapter goes very well into the details on what this so-called white man has done on this earth since he's got here. Go ahead.
You get us a spirit.
Bring it up.
Yeah. Zechariah 5 and 1.
Uh-huh.
It says, Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
Yeah, which is a chariot. All right, an angel of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai who looks upon this world that is being ruled on the earth. Go ahead.
And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits.
There was an actual object. Go ahead.
Then said he unto me, This is the curse
Woo.
that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
This is the curse that goeth forth over the what? Face of the whole what? Earth.
Yep.
The earth is given into the what? Hand of the wicked.
Right. Can't get around it.
The
But
thief
that's it.
cometh not before to what? Steal. How did the so-called white man get America? How did he get Europe? How did he get Australia? How did he get Germany?
I got a precept real quick to back
How
this
did he
brother
get?
up.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, real quick before I'm gonna bring this out. You finished with that right real quick, bro?
The point was in verse 4, but
Yeah, bring it out real quick before I bring
Okay.
this out.
So I got to finish through verse 3 too. It says, For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off.
Brother, everyone that what?
Everyone that stealeth,
Everyone that stealeth. And who did you steal? Let's go to the transatlantic slave trade.
You stole people.
You stole us. You stole our ancestors, man.
You stole the land of the Native Americans.
You stole the land of our brothers, the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Issachar, the tribe of Reuben, the rest of the Israelites, the 10 tribes, Central America, South America. You stole everything that you have, devil.
Even up into Canada, because you had Canada.
That's right.
Canada,
That's right.
man.
That's right. Can't forget about Canada.
Israel.
Because Canada was Gad territory until the devil came along. So everyone that what, brother?
Everyone that stealeth shall be cut off.
Who's the nation that stealeth? Who's the nation of thieves? The Edomites. Read.
It says, as on this side, according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side, according to it.
That means from...
One more verse.
Esau loved to swear too, bro.
Yeah, but check it out. Look at it literally what the scripture is saying. It said as on this side and as on that side. So that means everything that you stole. The North Americas from Canada to Central South America into Europe and Russia.
This side of the earth.
Hey,
the next side.
the Eastern Hemisphere, the Western Hemisphere.
Exactly, man. All
As
is
this
stolen.
side as according to that side. You stole everything. Go ahead.
You got more?
Yeah, one more verse. It says, I will bring it forth, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Did not the Most High bring it forth? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Come on.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief.
And it shall enter into the house of the thief. And the house of the thief is the Edomites as a whole, but they have a stronghold right here in America.
The
Right?
capital. See now that also brings it to the house of the thief. It's talking about them chariots right here. You know what I'm saying? But also, what's going to enter also to the house of the thief is them nukes. I have a scripture real quick. I'm just going to bring it out. This is Jeremiah chapter 25 verse 31. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, from the western hemisphere to the eastern hemisphere, and back, man. That's why the earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunkard. And
That's right, brother.
it says, I'm gonna read it again.
Come on.
Jeremiah chapter 25 verse 31. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth.
For this side, according to it.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
For the Lord Yahweh have a controversy with the nations. And how is he going to deal with that controversy? Through the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. During the war of Armageddon, Esau left to call this war. It's coming up, World War III. But biblically, it's called the War of Armageddon, which is mountain of troops, man, in the Hebrew. You know? And it says, and that's the controversy. The Most High is going to deal with all these nations. There's going to be a mountain of troops from different nations, and they all going to get fucked up. You understand what the scriptures is saying? It says, for the Lord Yahweh have a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, said the Lord Yahweh. Now that sword that they're going to be given to before all this hell break loose, pestilence, famine. But the ultimate sword that's going to come upon them is thermonuclear destruction and concentrated fire when Yahweh shall crack them skies, bringing death, destruction, and deliverance. And that's what it's talking about in Zechariah, the 5th chapter, the 1st verse, man, on down, man. That curse is going to enter to the house of the thief, man. And America is the definitely place where the thief is dwelling, man.
Free yourself.
Real quick, let me finish this out real quick. It says, verse 32, Jeremiah 25, verse 32. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up. What's that whirlwind, man? That whirlwind is talking about them chariots, man.
Wow,
that evil is going to go from nation to nation is them nuclear missiles, man.
So Satan cast out Satan. How could his kingdom stand?
Exactly, man. You see, that great evil, it says, real quick, you go in the bathroom? Come. All right.
Oh, who was you reading now? Brother got to pick up where you was at.
No. He finished. He finished.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
sorry.
this is back in Jeremiah chapter 25 verse 32. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts. I'm gonna read it. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, them nuclear missiles, from the east to the west, from the west to the east. And a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. Them chariots when Yahushua cracked them skies with the thousands, with the millions of angels, man. That's going to come, man. When Yahushua bring death, destruction, and deliverance, man. Death and destruction to the 2/3, the Edomites and the rest of the nation that's dwelling in the land of America, and deliverance to the 1/3, man. The 144,000, the first fruits, the sons of Israel, man. The last verse, verse 33. And the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground, man. And that's talking about the day of the Lord, man. When death and destruction is coming from the Almighty, man. By the way of thermonuclear destruction and by the way of concentrated fire from them chariots, man. And you can link this up with Isaiah, the 66th chapter, the 15th verse, man.
I got a precept for you concerning the house. This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 9. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
Come on, brother. Read that one more time for me.
This is Joel chapter 2, verse 9. They shall run to and fro in the city.
They shall run to and fro. The missiles, man. The Most High got weapons of its indignation.
That's right.
Right?
Hypersonic, supersonic.
There you go. Come on.
They shall run upon the wall.
They shall run upon the wall. You seen that movie, The Knowing? You check out that movie, The Knowing, again. You check it out where at the end, where in the movie the nuclear fire pretty much devastated the whole of New York. You'll see the fire upon all of the different skyscrapers. This fire ran up the buildings.
It's called The Day After Tomorrow, right?
No, it's called The Knowing.
It's another one.
Okay, yeah. I'm thinking about The Knowing.
In the 70s,
yeah, there's different other movies, but one that sticks out in my mind through the spirit is the movie The Knowing. And you see the Empire State Building, as a matter of fact,
being demolished.
This is what I'm thinking about in my mind as the brother reads the scripture. The fire that came upon the Empire State Building, the fire literally went up the building and disintegrated it. This is what the scripture is talking about. Go ahead.
It states, they shall climb up upon the houses.
How real is that? Come on.
They shall enter in at the windows.
So these are prophetic visions, just like Jordan, what the fuck is his name?
Jordan Maxwell.
Is it Jordan Maxwell? Oh, the guy that made the Terminator 2.
No, that's John
Terminator 2.
James Cameron.
James Cameron. Just like James Cameron when he depicted in Judgment Day 2, all right, about Sarah Connor. Well, these are all prophetic visions, just like in the movie The Knowing with Nicolas Cage. These are all things that are written up in the scriptures. Go ahead.
Wasn't it Knowing with Mark Wahlberg?
It's Nicolas Cage.
It's another one with
No, he probably was in there. I haven't seen the movie in a little while, but it was with Nicolas Cage. It was, but
it says, they shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
They shall enter the windows like a thief. They're going to burn you up regardless of where you at. Go ahead.
That was it.
That's it.
Hey, man, that's some serious judgment from Yahweh Ba'Shem Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, man. This is what's coming. Come on, brother.
We got a precept, bro.
Come with it.
Let's go. Come on, let's get.
Let's go.
This is Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the power are upon the sinful
You
kingdom.
can say the name, brother. Come on.
Behold, the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai are upon the sinful kingdom.
Right, the eyes of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the chariots, man.
That's right.
All right, the so-called UFOs. Esau trying to make all different names, UAPs and all that dumb shit, man. That's the eyes of the Lord, man. And that's a curse unto your devil ass. It's a curse unto your red Edomite ass.
That's right.
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Yeah, just like the Lord took down Israel, us, out of power because we was just off. Our people was not willing to get right. Our people was just continually going off and put us in under your hand. Devil, it ain't over. It ain't. This ain't the end all be all. You don't own the nation of Israel. All right.
And you know what that remind me of? Ramses II that refused to let the sons of Israel go because he felt that he owned them.
Right.
And that's what Esau.
Right. Bro.
They have the same spirit that Ramses II had when Ramses II refused to let the Most High's children go, the sons of the Most High go, man.
That's right.
He refused to let them go until the Most High plagued them. But the ultimate plague is going to come. The plague that's going to come is going to be far worse than the firstborn of evil dying, man.
Right. This is going to be man, the Lord said this is going to be a destruction that was never since a face on the nation on the earth, man. And through the Spirit, I was going through some scriptures. And don't you know that the Pharaoh admitted unto Moses that his people was wicked? Before that whole, not before, when that whole thing was going down, he said, look, yeah, before the Most High hardened his heart again, he said, look, me and my people are wicked, man.
Yeah.
That's how the Most High, what does that cause a nation to do? Humble themselves.
That's right.
All right? So the Most High is going to humble you Edomites, bar none. He humbled your great forefather, wicked devil, treacherous bastard Antiochus the fourth. What the hell makes you think he ain't going to humble you damn piece of shit American Edomites here? All right? And Antiochus is on a higher level than you Edomites right now. So think about that one. Take that and take that for your scholar, for your book and smoke it, man.
See, Esau know this truth, man. Even like the Apostle Ramlab said, even they playing. I forgot which apostle said it. Maybe it could be the Apostle Tahar, but I think it's the Apostle Ramlab said it. Even Esau is playing dumb, or he's just that stupid, man. But they know these scriptures, man.
Nah, they know, bro. They know.
They're
in power, brother. They're in power, bro.
They have the
think about this. They're in power.
They know who we are.
They have the knowledge on all things. Thou art wiser than Daniel. Come on.
Yeah. Isaiah 2:11. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down.
See, you damn Edomites, you're going to be humbled, man. Trump talking all that stuff, cool. That's good. He's doing the right thing.
I love Donald Trump.
Yeah, man. The hell, you know what I'm saying? It's a love-hate relationship. You know
That's right, man. I love him. Sometime I love you, then I fucking hate you.
Mostly love,
Hey,
no.
it's a love-hate relationship.
80% of love,
Hey,
no.
That's right,
and
man.
we talking about spiritually, man.
That's
Because,
right.
listen, man, Esau's the hated. He's not loved. All right? Of the Most High.
I love what Donald Trump is doing.
But think about it. Think about it. Think about it, man. He's bringing in what the Most High has ordained, all right, to come to pass as the downfall of his people, the downfall of his nation.
The Edomites.
The Edomites, man. All right? So it's a oh man. It's so beautiful, I can't put into words. Come on,
It's
bro.
lovely.
It says,
After him.
and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash is being exalted, man. The hell with Esau, the hell with the other nations, because guess what? They're nothing in the eyes of the Lord. Remember that.
They counted as spit.
They're counted as spittle.
A drop in the bucket.
Understand this. You look at a goop, or you look at an Edomite, or you look at an Arab or African.
Bro, that's the spirit, bro. I seen a goop right on the butt,
Bro,
right?
a goop got the nerve to suck their teeth at me
And these
today.
niggas be like having masks on. What the fuck they having masks? What the fuck that mask shit is for, bro? Why these goops go around having masks on?
Oh, the ear man. Them
No, the fucking.
Yeah, it's like
They do. Yeah.
Why they wear them shits, bro?
Like the doctor, like, you know, not the doctor shit, you know, the
Yeah, doctor wear them. Surgeon.
the dust mask.
Bro, why do I see Moab wearing that shit a lot, man? And I seen this simple-minded ass fucking Moabite today, man, riding a bike, Yo, and I'm looking at me on one of them motorbikes. I'm saying he on the sidewalk. And he almost hit me. I said, yo, man, you better watch yourself. I'm sorry, man. I'll fuck your motorbike ass up, man. He almost hit me, man.
Hey, understand this, man. This thing is so
on the
heavy.
sidewalk, man.
This thing is so heavy, bro. Because we go to the scriptures and we get the understanding. When we get the understanding, we get the spiritual nourishment that we need. When you see all of these nations, man, and Esau, the so-called white man, although he's on top, he's a small among the heathen. So we got to understand that, look, the Most High look at these nations, especially Esau, as nothing.
As spittle.
We talking about the Most High and the Son. So I know we in the flesh, of course. We're gonna have our emotions, we're gonna have our feelings, we're gonna do, we're gonna say, but at the same time, the Most High is looking like, you don't even know, man.
But you know what?
These motherfuckers is nothing to me, man. You are the apple of my eye. This what you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you elect of you. This is what you gotta understand. The Most High is looking at us. He's not looking at Esau and the other nations as far as rights. He's not looking at them in the light that he's looking at Israel. See, this is why Jacob's trouble is coming, bro.
That's beautiful. Bring that up. That's beautiful.
Come on now.
This is Isaiah chapter 31, verse 3. Now the Egyptians are men and not God.
And that's exactly what was going on. You see, in order for you to understand the scripture, you got to go back to the ancient world and how Israel was aligning themselves with the Egyptians against the Babylonians and against other nations that was around about them. And what Jeremiah was telling them simple-minded ass Israelites back then is, hey, the Babylonians is going to take down the Egyptians, man. Now who you going to go to, man? You know? Read.
Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit.
Right.
The same thing that's going on in this day and age right now, man.
Fire.
You see these fucking niggas joining the U.S. military, voting.
No wonder you dying and you know your family's heartbroken.
Voting and really truly believing in the military might that the Most High Yahweh, when the Most High Yahweh Shah, when he was Isaac, gave to Esau, man, as a blessing, man. So they wholeheartedly believe in this blessing of the military might that was given to Esau to our forefather Isaac, which is Yahweh Shah. Read.
When Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall.
And guess what? When the Most High Yahweh stretched out his hand against Egypt, which is the modern day America, back then it was Egypt. That the Most High was stretching his hand out and bringing the Babylonians to come upon him because it was giving it to the Babylonians to rule at that time, man.
It says actually it says, I think it's the Assyrians.
The Babylonians are the Assyrians, man.
What's up?
In Isaiah 31.
Check it out.
Read it again.
Nebuchadnezzar is known as the Nebuchadnezzar the Assyrians. They was called Babylonians. They were still Assyrians, bro. So we know that there's a Syrian empire, but they was called Babylonians. The Babylonians came up against, it could be but they was calling them Syrians and Babylon, but the Babylonians at the time was conquering everything and Egypt. I'm saying, and the Israelites was going up against, they was putting their faith and their trust in the Egyptian army, which is in Jeremiah right now, and we'll be going into. This is going into the Babylonians. He's going to mention it too. Go ahead, real quick.
It says, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fall together, shall fail together.
Exactly, man. It's more. If you go into more, it's going to tell you about how Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, is going to take them down. If you go into further.
Verse 8 it says, then shall the Assyrians fall with the sword. But I'll keep reading now from the full verse.
Because what happened was Nebuchadnezzar was taken down. That was then the time. When we went to the Chronicles of the
right.
Nebuchadnezzar was taken down. In the series, it was their time to fall.
Yeah.
And then the Babylonians had a 70-year rule, and then after that, the Medo-Persian Empire took over.
Yeah.
See, it's a chronological order.
Right.
Read, bro.
Verse 4 it says, for thus had the Lord Yahweh spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase themselves, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord Yahweh of hosts come down to the fight from Mount Zion and for the hill thereof.
And the Most High is going to defend his elect, you know. And
That's right here too.
yeah, I'm about to say, yeah.
Verse 5, as birds flying, so will Yahweh of hosts defend Jerusalem.
The eyes.
The eyes of the Most High is upon you. Hey, the eyes of the Most High is upon Jerusalem, man. And Jerusalem's a people before it become a place, man. You know, so the Most High is going to defend his people, man. Yeah, read, bro.
Defending also, he will deliver it.
Defending also, he shall deliver his people, man. And that's about the elect, man, during the time of the destruction of Babylon, which is spiritually, I'm saying the destruction of America, which is spiritually Babylon and Egypt, man. Yeah, bro.
And passing over, he will preserve it.
And passing over, he preserve his people, man. And we will be brought back in our land, man, which is Jerusalem, after it's been purged. And who's going to build it back up? The first fruits of slaves, pursuant to Ezekiel, the 39th chapter, the 14th verse, which are the international bankers, man. Pursuant to Isaiah, the 24th chapter, the 19th verse on down, when it said the Most High, the 20th verse, when it said the Most High is going to punish the host of the high ones that are on high. Who's the host of the high ones? The international bankers, man. Yeah, bro.
Verse 6, turn ye unto him from whom the children of Israel had deeply revolted.
Turn ye unto him who? Turn ye back unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, in whom the sons of Israel have deeply revolted, man, and started worshiping other deities, sacrificing their children to Molech, which is Baal, but the Chinese version, but the Moabite version is Molech, you know?
For in that day every man shall cast away his idols of silver and his idols of gold.
And that's exactly what's going to happen in this day and age, man, because you got multitudes of Israelites that wholeheartedly believe in Chesme Bozier, man, and that Roman Catholicism, man, and any other bullshit religion out there, whether they Kemet, whether it's Allah, which is the religion of the Ishmaelites. Okay, bro.
It says, which your own hands have made unto you for a sin.
And which your own hands have made unto you as unto a sin, man. Yeah, bro. It's more.
That was the point.
That was the point. Hey, man. So hey, bottom line, man. You know, trusting in Atlanta, trusting in America and its military might is gonna get you dead and broken, or both, man. Broken and dead, man. Fucked up, man.
Yeah, to answer the question, man, about Pahath Moab, man. Horse, Hoarse.
Horse.
Yeah. They're asking about Pahath. That was the Israelite. Pahath Moab was an Israelite. You read it in the scriptures, man.
Exactly.
Why don't you read the scriptures and understand it?
He's probably
I don't know. I'm just answering it, brother. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all we got to do.
Pahath
Pahath Moab was an Israelite. All right. In Ezra the 2nd chapter, you read it, and it tells you about Pahath Moab.
And they understand he's just living in the land of Moab,
He was an Israelite, man.
I got a precept for you.
That's it.
This is Psalms 20 and 7. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, our power.
Who is some? The 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans trust in the military might of Esau, man. And that's why you're joining this army, man. You know? Be what you could be in the army. You know? Do what you gotta do, man. Go out there and conquering and conquer. Conquering and conquering these other nations, man. Pillaging, raping and robbing, and committing all kinds of atrocities against the other nations, man, which I don't care, man. You do what you do. But guess what? You have touched the apple of the Most High's eye, man. It's the sons of Israel, man. You have created much hurt and bloodshed in the land of Israel, man. Even unto this very day, the sons of Israel suffered violence, man, by the hands of their captors, which are the modern day Romans, which is America, man. Yeah, bro, you got more? You got something? Anybody got something?
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 30. Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild.
The Carmanians are the modern day, the Iran. I'm saying, it's modern day Iran, man. The Ishmaelites, man, is Iran. Them Carmanians are Iran.
Persians, yeah.
The Persians, man, yeah, bro.
Khan. Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood.
But that's right now. Right now, they starting to flex their muscles and everything, man. But guess what? They still under the dominion of the Russian counterparts of Esau, man. Because the Russian Edomites, they are God unto them, and they are telling them what to do, man. And why do you think the Russian government used unguided World War II era missiles, man, to attack the military base in Iraq, man, where there was U.S. troops at, but they didn't cause no harm and less damage, because they was given an order from the Russian counterpart of Esau to do so, man, to tone down the rhetoric. Because why? Russia and Turkey have established a pipeline, man, that's gonna go from Russia to Turkey to Europe, man.
Right.
So that's why they toned down the rhetoric, man. They was given the order to tone down the rhetoric, and they using India, which is also another ally of Russia, to negotiate a truce, so to speak, man. But ultimately, the reason why the Russian government gave the orders to the Iranian government to pipe down its rhetoric is because Turkey, which is Cappadocia, and Gog have established a pipeline that's going to go from the Middle East over to Europe, man. And they don't need no goddamn interruptions, man, when they're trying to establish a multi-trillion-dollar pipeline, man. Bottom line, yeah, bro.
Khan. And with great power shall they come and join battle with them.
And with great power shall they come. That's talking about a future prophecy that's going to come to pass, man, when the Most High put the spirit on these nations to align themselves against America, which is Babylon and Egypt, and the Israelis that call themselves, the Gutterites that call themselves Israelis, when the Most High, pursuant to Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, the 9th verse, that's one of my favorite verses, man, where the Most High is bring an assembly of great nations to come up against America and Israel, man. But that's a future prophecy, man. That has not come yet to pass, man, but it will. Yeah, you got more?
Khan.
Let them finish.
And shall waste the portion of the land of the Assyrians.
And shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians, man. You know, and that's a future prophecy, man. Because right now the land of the Assyrians are the modern day American government, man. You know? So that didn't happen yet. That's a future prophecy, and it will come to pass, man. Even though with tarry, wait for it. It shall surely come to pass, and that's a name. The vision is yet for an appointed time, man. Even though it seemed like all these prophecies that we speaking about is tarry, but now they're starting to speak, because 2020 kicked off with prophecies coming to pass. You got something?
Come on, pairing up what he had. This is Ezekiel 38:1. It says, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog."
Now Gog is Russia, you know? Yeah, read.
Yeah. "The chief prince of Meshach and Tubal."
Now you look at the word Tubal, it says Cappadocia, which is modern day Turkey. So all them lands over there are in under the leadership and under the rule of the Russian government, man, which is ancient Gog, but it's modern day Russia, man. Read.
It says, "And prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal."
The Most High is against Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Why? Because he's an Edomite, man. That's an Edomite nation, and the Most High set to judge them, man. That's like the same way he's going to judge the American counterpart of Esau, man. Read.
It says, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Wait, I think I just read that.
Yeah.
Verse 4. Ezekiel 38:4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
Because what's going to happen is the Most High is going to allow, because before, during the time of the Cold War, the Russians were communists, man. Right now, they under the rule of a so-called democratically elected government, so-called, and they are so-called Christians right now, man. But the Most High is going to turn them back and put hooks in their jaws and turn them back to their old communist ways, man. But what's going to be, where it's going to be, because right now, the United States government pulled out of the INF Treaty, the International Nuclear Force Treaty that was established by Mikhail Gorbachev and Ronald Reagan in '87 when I was 13 years old. I remember that shit. It was monumental, man. It was all over the news, all over in the papers, man. I did an essay on that in social studies. But anyway, read, bro.
It says, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army.
And he gonna bring him forth in all his armies, all the armies of the Russian government, and all they allies with them, man. Read.
It says horses and horsemen.
Horses represent power, military might, and horsemen, the men that's going to be, operating these militaries, man. The military machinery. Read, bro.
All of them clothed with all sorts of armor.
All of them clothed with all sorts of armor, man. All sorts of, military might, and all sorts of armors, like whether it's they defense systems, they Teflon vests, whatever they have, man, armor, man, that protect them from weaponry, man. Read.
Even a great company.
Even a great company, that assembly of great nations, pursuant to Jeremiah, the 15th chapter, the 9th verse. Real quick, hold that real quick, get that.
Just for the edification, a horse, you might be an Israelite, man. If you claim you think that you a Moabite or so-called Chinese, the spirit obviously more than likely have you're Israelite, man. All right. In the story,
you listen to this word, man.
You're Israelite, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you'll still praise the Lord. That means you're Israelite. No heathen's gonna praise the Lord. Read.
Yeah, let's get
Jeremiah
back to
chapter 50, verse 9. For, lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations.
Babylon is spiritually Babylon, which is America, and an assembly of great nations. We're going to get into them great nations that's going to come up against Babylon, man. Let them finish this out real quick. Let's get that in read 10, and after that, we're going to go back to this.
Okay. An assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her.
Where the north country is, talking about Russia, man. And they're going to set themselves in battle array against her, man.
Far country.
Talking about North Korea, China, Russia, India, Pakistan. Then even America's own allies. But before that, you got Ethiopia, Libya. We're going to get into it again, bro.
It says, and they shall set themselves in array against her.
In battle array, military formation against her, surround her. Prepare themselves, get their military, them silos ready, and directed towards the designated target where it's supposed to hit, man. Okay?
From thence shall she be taken.
When they shoot them ICBM nuclear missiles, them hypersonic missiles, them supersonic missiles come out of them silos, and whatever truck that's loading them, or whatever submarine that's harboring them, and shoot the missiles off, then shall she be taken. Who? America, as well as them gutter rats that call themselves Israelis, man. They both gonna be taken, because the major allies of America. The major ally of America is some gutter rats that call themselves Israelis, because the spirit had me thinking that Saudi Arabia is going to turn against America, man. And those are the British counterparts, man. They are crypto Jews, man. They are Arab Nazis. They're not really Arabs, man. They are crypto Jews, man. Look at the Saudi Arabian dynasty. All this information is out there on the web, man. Yeah, bro.
It says, their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in
They're
vain.
going to be laser guided and spiritually guided by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and none going to return in vain, man. They're going to fuck this country up 9 ways to Sunday. you understand what the scriptures is saying. Yeah, bro.
And Chaldea, verse 10, and Chaldea
And Chaldea, which is another name of America, Chaldea
shall be a spoil.
shall be a spoil.
All that spoil her shall be satisfied.
And every nation that come up against it, that assimilate great nations, when they shoot their missiles off, man, even though they're going to be hit back with missiles, certain parts of their land, certain parts of Russia's going to be hit, certain parts of Iran going to be hit, certain parts of North Korea, China, but they're going to be satisfied with their handiwork. Even Great Britain, Germany, and France is going to have their hand in destroying America. That's why it says the earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunkard. You finish that?
Save the Lord Yahweh. That's it.
There you go. Go back to that.
It says,
What you got?
right, reading on again in Ezekiel 38:4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
The Most High is going to turn Russia back to that communist state of mind, man, where it's going to be Cold War 3.0, man. Yeah, bro.
And I will bring thee forth in all thine army.
He going to bring them from all Russia's army and their allies, man. Yeah.
Horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords.
Handling the sword, handling the ICBM nuclear missiles, whether they're supersonic, hypersonic, or regular ICBM missiles, man. Or even conventional missiles, man, because conventional missiles are going to be shot off too, man.
It says Persia, Ethiopia.
Persia, which is modern day Iran, Ethiopia, which have that same name, and what else?
Libya, with them, all of them with shield and helmet.
All of them confederate with the Russian army, man. All of them confederate with Iran, man. Every nation that this brother named, Persia is Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya, they all do business and they do trading with Iran, man. They in the same region, man. They all suffered the same fate by the hands of the Edomites, man. Yeah, bro.
It says Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah, whatever. It says of the north quarters and all his bands and many people with thee.
Hey, man, talking about a great assembly of nations that's going to come up against America, man. And they're going to bring hellfire, bro. They're going to bring destruction, death. They're going to bring fire. Yeah, bro.
Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself.
Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself. Why do you think Russia is protecting the Syrian army? Bashar al-Assad. Why do you think with this rhetoric, I'm telling you, I guarantee the Russian government was behind the Iranian government shooting off them old World War II style era missiles just to quell the violence. You save face, you retaliated, but you gotta chill because why? Russia and Turkey just established a pipeline going from Russia to Turkey to Europe. They don't need any war or any disruptions of the manufacturing and the establishment of this pipeline, man, which is a multi-trillion-dollar endeavor, man. So that's why things has been quelled down, man. And that's why you seen no American casualties. They use old, unguided World War II era missiles that's outdated. And guess what? China, India, all allies of Iran and Russia, they do business together. You think they got high-tech military weapons, man? Why would they use old-style World War II era missiles, man? They was told, they was given an order to do so. I guarantee you, man. Yeah. You got more? That was it?
Yeah, let me just finish this verse.
And then after that,
It says,
I'm gonna grab something.
you got it there. You got it there.
and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them.
And Russia are definitely a guard unto Iran, North Korea, not even North Korea, Iran, Libya, Syria, all these nations that they have interest in, man. And now they have established a pipeline with ancient Cappadocia, which is modern day Turkey, which is Tubal. They established that pipeline, man. They're gonna be a god unto them, even though they don't have to, because they have because Turkey's a part of NATO. They have a advanced military as well as advanced air force, man. Ground troops. They had an advanced military, man. So guess what? Russia is a guard unto these nations, and Turkey is playing both sides, man. They playing both sides. They're part of NATO, but yeah, they doing deals against NATO, establishing a pipeline from Turkey, from Russia going into Turkey, passing through Turkey to the Middle East, bypassing the gutter rats in Saudi Arabia. Wow, bro. It's crazy, man. How the Most High is dealing and orchestrating everything and putting everything together, man. Esau really think he's in control of everything, but he's not, man. The Most High is in control of this devil, man. He's a puppet, man. You're the ultimate puppet, man. Who's the ultimate puppet master? Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah, and Esau do the international beggars. You're the ultimate puppets, man. Because you think you're in control, but you're not in control. The Most High, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah is in control, and they're controlling y'all, man. The Most High is pulling your strings, man. These angels are working on the mind, like it says in the book of Ezra, when it said the kings of the Persians withstood me for, what, how many days? Where he was working on the minds of the kings of the Persians.
Yeah, I forget how many days, bro. I really do.
But guess what? The Most High is still doing the same thing, having these angels work on the minds of these kings, man, to do what they do. Yeah, bro, you got it, bro.
Good, go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he had taken against Edom, and his purposes that he had purposed against the inhabitants of Teman.
Hold on, man. Let's stop it, man. What did that say?
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he had taken against Edom.
The Lord said hear the counsel that he's taken against Edom. E-D-O-M. This is a nation. This is a people that is still on the earth. They're not done away with. They are alive and well, and they're living and they're ruling on the earth. You understand that? Read.
And his purposes.
And his purposes. All right. Look at America. Look at the different governments of the different continents. Look at Britain. Look at Germany. Look at Russia. Look at Australia. Look at France. Look at Spain. These are the purposes that you will find that is in Edom. The world is all jacked up. You got Australia on fire. Australia's on fire, man. All right? Forest fires, the animals is all discombobulated out of their habitats.
500 million animals died.
500 million animals died, man. Come on. Let's go.
That he had purpose against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
See? Surely he's going to make their habitations desolate with them. All right? Because this is what's going to happen to America. This is what's going to happen to a majority of Britain. This is going to happen to certain places in Germany, certain places in Russia, certain places in France, Spain, okay? Greece, all right? Italy. This is what's going to happen that the Most High is going to bring to pass upon this earth. Because why? They are ran by the biblical Edomites, man. This is the judgment that the Most High has set forth. Read.
Verse 21. The earth is moved at the noise of their fall, at the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea.
Right, and that goes back to ancient Egypt. Think about these different important points in time where the Most High speaks about his chosen people, and he speaks about the other nations that rule over his chosen people, because the Bible, all right, contrary to popular belief, is all about Israel. It's all about the Israelites, man. It's all about the 12 tribes of Israel. All right? So when it speaks about the Red Sea, what was the main event? What was the greatest event known to man that happened in that area? All right, the Gulf of Aqaba and Suez. All right? It was the deliverance of the children of Israel. So this is where the children of Israel is going to be delivered from. They're going to be delivered out of the hands of Edom. They're going to be delivered out of the clutches, all right, out of the captivity, out of the subjection under Edom, their enemies. Deuteronomy 28, all right, of which they were subjected to go unto because the breaking of the law, statutes, and commandments, all right? But that's why Yahushua came, because he's the mediator between the Most High and man, the Israelite man. Go ahead.
Verse 22. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle and spread his wings over Basra.
This is Esau, Edom. Man, listen, man. It's so real. You go in your pocket right now, pull out a dollar bill, and you can see what the scriptures are saying. If the Lord bless your eyes to see it.
That's right.
Because on your very dollar bill, you got the eagle. All right? Hell, pull out a quarter, you got an eagle.
That's right. You got an owl on a dollar bill. If you can see.
You see? So, I mean, it's not rocket science, but see, all praises be to Wadi Yahweh Shemel Shai, that these things are indications of how we can identify who this Edomite, or who the Edomites, or who the wicked, who these people that the scriptures is speaking of is. Go in your pocket, pull out a dollar bill, and really analyze what the hell is going on that dollar bill. On the front, you're going to see an Edomite face of George Washington, who owned slaves, by the way. Oh, you didn't know that? You didn't know that? Well, you are in the dark, man.
So did Abraham Lincoln. Most of
Look,
the slaves
man,
in the ancient.
check out this reality. Salaki, brother. Check out this reality, brothers. Really listen, understand this. The guy that you pull out on your dollar bill, the face, had your ancestors.
That's slavery.
You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, whatever, but mainly here, dealing with North America, had your ancestors in hardcore slavery, man. And guess what he did? They said he had wooden teeth. No, that's a lie. He took the teeth of his slaves and put it in his mouth.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
George
right.
Washington, brother.
And then
The guy on the dollar bill.
And then when you pull out that $20
devil.
bill, which you
How
see
real
Andrew
it is,
Jackson, this motherfucker did the Indian Removal Act, man. You see these people that you people look up to, man. When you pull out a $20 bill, you gonna see the inscription of and the image of Andrew Jackson. And what was he known for?
That's right, Doc.
The Indian killer, right?
The
The Indian killer, the
That's right,
Indian
Doc.
Removal Act,
That's right,
and the Trail of Tears, man.
That's right, Doc.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right. That's how real it is, man. You niggas don't know, man.
And then that brown penny that
That's
you
right.
collect,
Come on.
Abraham Lincoln,
Bring it out.
this dude also had slaves. What he said that a black, he's not at all trying to liberate or make the black man equal because, roughly paraphrasing, he said that the black man was inferior to the white man.
Come on. See that?
So we can break it.
Come on, man.
All these quotes, you can look them up, man.
That's right, Doc. Come on,
So,
man.
hey, man.
It's real, man. You fucking niggas, man. The hell with you niggas. The hell with you fucking niggas, man.
But it says the vision is yet for an appointed time. We're going to get that before we close it out in Habakkuk, man. You know?
Man, go ahead, bro. Pull up Bible shot. Bring out the scriptures. I don't want to lose my composure.
Your train of thought, man, and your composure, man. It get you mad, man, because these niggas, mainly these women, joining the U.S. military. Now, guess what? A lot of these women are regretting joining the military, man, because now they got babies. You know, they done came home, started getting humped. Now they pregnant. Now they done spit their load out, their unit out. They done spit their unit out. Now your baby is 2 years old. Now what Esau is doing is calling you back to active combat duties. And now you're like, oh shit. Now you worry about your daughter or your son. Now you worry about, you know, damn man, why did I join up for this shit? Because you was stupid.
Man, the hell with you fucking niggas. Come on, brother. Come on.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 22. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Basra.
Come on, man. You see it. It's right in your face. The Greeks had it. The Romans had it. The Americans had it.
Even the goddamn Nazis had to sit with the eagle.
Yeah, the Germans had it. That's right. Come on.
Khan, and at that day shall the
They ain't putting no damn Harriet Tubman on currency, man.
Hey, to show you real
What
quick.
fucking? What do you see Harriet Tubman's face on a fucking dollar bill, on any bills, man?
Real quick.
They was trying to. That was a thought that they do out there. They never did it. They said they was gonna put on a $20 bill. We know that.
Ugly ass bitch.
They ain't do it. They put her on a fucking. They made a fucking movie out of the hoe, man.
I ain't watched that shit, but real quick, show you that Esau, his symbol is the eagle, man. And the eagle is a very dirty bird, man. Cause all the Greeks had that symbol, the Romans had that symbol, the Americans have that symbol to this day, but also the Nazi Germany had that symbol, man. The symbol of the eagle. That's a symbol of Esau. That's Esau's symbol, man. Rocks the eagle soars high, man. They see all they pray before, you know, and they zibble down and they pray. So, going back to Harriet Tubman, man, you know, she was nothing but, she was set up. Cause ain't no, and then how they depicted her in the movie,
Yeah,
see, that's nothing but feminist movement. That's the feminist movement, man. Cause they depicting this bitch like you had nothing but a bunch of weak ass men around her, and she was slapping around, taking charge and shooting guns and doing this in the dirt. And that bitch was set up, man. Underground Railroad, ugly ass man.
Yeah, Underground
Mutant
Railroad.
bitch, man. That bitch is like a mutant, bro.
Froggy.
Yeah.
Froggy.
Not for nothing though. She.
Bitch is like Mum Ra.
And then, but guess it.
You know who Mum Ra is, right? From the Thundercats,
I know.
man.
Check this out. But the realness is she was actually fine when she was younger. Yeah, a lot of y'all won't know that. But
Man.
Harriet Tubman was fine when she was
Hey, man,
younger.
you gotta show me that picture of her when she was young, man. Show me a picture of when she was 20.
Yeah.
That bitch was hideous, man.
I'll find it.
That bitch was hideous.
Yeah,
to
when
me.
she was older, yeah, she was hideous. Yeah, when she was older, hell yeah, she was hideous. But when she was younger,
I gotta see that
It was a
picture,
whole
man.
other story.
I gotta be convinced. You know, I
yeah,
gotta see it, man.
But I'm just
But
saying,
anyways,
go ahead.
back to the scriptures, man.
Khan, and at that day shall the heart of the
Yeah,
mighty
Edomite,
men
right?
of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pangs. Khan, so
Harriet Tubman, age 20.
Yeah, I got you. Good.
All right, come
Speak on that, bro. Come on.
Khan, so
Bring that again, real quick.
Khan, and at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as
The heart, the minds of the mighty men are the mighty and expert in warfare. The mighty men of Esau should be like what?
be as the heart of woman in her pangs.
As the heart of a woman, the mind of a woman, and her pangs, her birth pangs, man. That he's going to be. Yeah, you're right. He's going to be twisted, man.
Yeah, you want to see that, right? She was nice, bro.
Well, we know what?
She was nice.
We're going to get back to that scripture, what I'm saying, but now,
She was
yo, man, let me show you this.
Real nice.
Yo, we're going to show you Harriet Tubman when she was 20. When they show you a picture of Harriet Tubman when that bitch was hideous, man.
She was nice, boy.
Right here, Harriet Tubman, she was kind of nice there, wasn't she, brothers? You know? Kind of nice there, man. You know, see? You know? But she was set up, man.
Bro, she definitely wasn't what she was in her old age,
But
for sure.
when she got old, that bitch became hideous, man. That she was fucked up looking, man. She was like a mutant. She looked like
She
Mum
ain't had no
Ra.
corset on either, brother.
When she was younger.
But look at this, man. Look at her, man.
She ain't had no corset. It's a Sabbath.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Just
We
let
not-
me show y'all that, you know?
Yeah, we just know, it's a Sabbath. We just want to show you, bro. We not lusting off the bitch because she ain't nothing to lust off, you know what I'm saying? But we were just bringing out how she looked when she was young, how she looked how she transformed. And she didn't age well, man. You know?
Not at all, because of that wickedness, man. What did it say? She look like Uncle Ben.
Hey, you see what I'm saying, man? You know?
Yeah.
You know? Look like Uncle Ben. You know what I mean?
Compared to this, god damn.
Now we gonna show y'all how she look.
That's what slavery do to you.
That bitch look like a fucking monster right now, bro. Like a mutant. She look like Mum-Ra from the Thundercats, or even Monkeying from the Thundercats, man.
God damn.
Remember Monkeying from the Thundercats or Mum-Ra? Look at her, man.
That shit crazy.
That bitch look like a fucking inhumanoid or something.
That shit crazy.
You know what I mean?
That shit crazy. It show you, man. It show you what Esau will do to you.
Yeah.
That's what Esau will do to you.
Yeah. Fuck you up 9 ways to Sunday.
Go ahead, bro. Damn, boy. You had something written down, y'all?
Yeah, this Habakkuk 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for...
You gotta start from the first. You gotta rush
Habakkuk
from the
2, verse 1.
Yeah.
I will stand up on my watch and set me up on the tower.
And that's what we doing, man. We standing upon our watch, man. And that tower, and which we watching what's going on in the news. You're not gonna get no real news from the mainstream media. You have to go to alternative news media outlets to get the true, you know, and also Ryan Dawson, you know, or True News or Press TV, in which YouTube took off, you know what I'm saying, deleted their channels. Then now you can't see it. Russia Today, Russia America. Listen to Gary Sanchez, whatever his name is, you know. Rick Sanchez. There you go get the true news, man. But right now, that's what we doing, man. Measuring the times and standing upon our watch, man. Yeah, bro.
And I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
And we watching to see what the Most High is going to bring out in the world, man. What you got 500 earthquakes over in Puerto Rico, because they worship nothing but a bunch of idols. The whole island over there is Serapis Christus worshipers, man.
And that's
why
the judgment of the Most High.
That's why the Most High come. And that's why the Most High is bringing judgment upon them goddamn Puerto Ricans. Or whatever you gonna call y'all Ephraimites, man. You're Puerto Ricans, man.
Puerto Ricans, man.
Touch it,
Because you're worshiping Serapis, man.
They don't want nothing to do with Jake. They don't want to be, them hardcore Puerto Ricans. They don't want nothing to do with Jake, man.
And just like how the Apostle Tahar was saying, the internet is over there. So you ran across YouTube videos of the apostles or other Israelite camps teaching the word, but you refuse to acknowledge that. You probably laugh, talk shit, but now you ain't talking shit no more, huh?
Yes,
You know?
Looking stupid.
So yeah, finish reading, bro. Finish reading.
Verse 2, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision.
And that's why it's written on paper right now, man. All these visions and all these prophecies are written on paper, man. For the faithful and true, and for also to condemn the 2/3 and the Gentile nations, man. Because they will be condemned, man. Yeah, bro.
Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Hey, man, so we running and we telling you what's going down, man. What's coming to pass, man. Isaiah, the 29th chapter, the 6th verse. Storms and tempests, flames of devouring fire, what you see in Australia, earthquakes, what you see in Puerto Rico, you know. We bringing it up, man. We telling you what's going down, man. But you refuse to believe it. You refuse to take heed. Yeah, bro.
But at the end, it shall speak and not lie.
And now it's starting to, all these prophecies are starting to speak, man. Wars, rumors of wars, the Alpha D microchip, you know, storms, tempests. The other day in Texas, golf ball size hell coming down in Texas, man.
That's beautiful.
You know, raining on Texas, breaking car windows and shattering and glass, you know, doors and, you know, because Texas is the hot climate. It's a hot part of the region. So for that to happen, it's like a phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? But it's frequently happening. Earthquakes.
That's the Most High.
Upwards of the people. And we telling you these things, man, but you don't want to hear it, man. Because you're slowly coming off the festivals that you was indulging yourselves in from Halloween, Thanksgiving, the worshiping of Tammuz. Now you're preparing yourself, the New Year, now you're preparing yourselves for
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, which is
God.
paganism,
Oh,
man.
God.
Hardcore paganism, man.
Oh God.
Lupercalia.
And then Groundhog Day, all these festivals coming, and you people wholeheartedly believe in this shit, man. Yeah, but read.
For the vision is yet and make it plain upon tables.
Read it again.
Yeah.
Read it again.
Verse 2, yeah.
Butchering it.
Yeah. Verse 2. And the Lord unto me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
And the vision is being made plain, man. We seen everything that was spoken about in the ancient world come to pass now, man. Partially wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes, upwards of the people. We ought to measure the time digitally in itself, pursuant to 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, the 1st verse, man. We see these things coming to pass. So what more do you need, man? Read.
That ye may run that readeth it.
And hey, man, then you should run that read it, because how you run that read of it? You read it, you understand it, and you go out there and you prophesize these scriptures, man, and warn and gather the hopeful elect. Warn Israel and hopefully gather the hopeful elect and condemn 2/3 of Israel and the rest of the nations, man. Esau and the rest of the nations, man. And that's what we doing. Yeah, bro.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
And we're at the end, man. For these visions were spoken about during the time of Habakkuk over 2,000 years ago, was a future prophecy that was set to take place at an appointed time. And now we're at that appointed time. We're at the end of Esau's rulership, and they starting to speak, man. And we see it, man. We
And not lie, though it tarry, wait for it.
though it seems like it's taking a long time for it to come to pass, man. We see it coming to pass. And we got a spiritual eye, and the Most High is dealing with you. If your spiritual eyes are open, you see the prophecies coming to pass, man. While everybody else is spiritually in darkness, going about their daily lives, man, not caring about what's going on in the news, not caring about what's going on in the Middle East, what's going to affect them soon. We telling you what's going down, man. And we showing you through the scriptures, I'm saying that what's coming to pass, man. But do you all listen? Hell no. Only the elect is going to listen, man. 2/3 is going to be swallowed up right over Esau. Yeah, bro.
Because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
These visions are going to surely come. They're not going to tarry, man. And that's the name of this lesson. The vision is yet for an appointed time. So all the visions that were spoken about over 2,000 years ago, with Habakkuk and all the rest of the prophets, prophesizing the downfall of America, which is Babylon spiritually and Egypt spiritually, is coming to pass now, man.
I got one more for you.
But only the elect is going to see it. Yeah, bring it up, bro.
Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void.
Hey, man, the words of the Most High that's going forth out of his mouth, the mouth of his prophets. The Most High not going to come down himself and speak to you. He's going to use his prophets. So show forth, read it again, Baba Kushan.
Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
Out of the mouth of who? His prophets, man. Because the Most High, we are ambassadors of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. We speaking the words of the Most High. So the words we speaking are the Most High's words, and it's coming forth out of our mouths, man. Read.
It shall not return unto me void.
The words that we are speaking is not going to return to the Most High void, but guess what?
But it shall accomplish that which I please.
But it shall accomplish that which the Most High please, and those that's meant to get this word and come into the fold, man, and be healed, and convert and be healed. Hey, they're part of the 1/3, man. They're part of the elect, man. Read.
And it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
And the words of the Most High shall definitely prosper whereunto he sent it. Because not everybody's going to get the words of the Most High, man. These words is going to prosper in the minds and in the hearts of the men that's a part of the 1/3, man. The 144,000, the governing body, man. The first fruits of the sons of Israel, man. But the rest, they're not going to get it. They're going to know it after death by pain. 2nd Ezra 9 and 12, man. They're going to know it after death by pain, man.
That's right.
You know, the same shall know it. The same 2/3 of you Negroes and Spanish Native Americans that has bucked up, scoffed, and scorned. Somebody get that scripture real quick. Ezekiel, no, second Ezekiel, second Ezra 9 and 12, man. You know, the same shall know after death by pain, man.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 12. The same must know it after death by pain.
The same of you 2/3 you Negroes and Spanish Native Americans that's a part of the 2/3 club that buck up and scoff and scorn against the words of the Most High because it's coming through his mouth, it's coming through the mouth of his prophets. You see, you're not spiritual. So what you're saying is, when you see men out there, especially look like you, if it's not coming from the mouth of Esau, the so-called white man, you tend to buck up. But if it's coming from the so-called white man, you listen wholeheartedly. But it's coming from men that look like you. So what you do, you scoff and you scorn. And you talk shit. But now, when you had liberty to learn the words of the Most High, you refuse to learn the words of the Most High. So now, you want to know the words of the Most High after death by pain. You're going to feel pain. And then when you go back to the spirit realm, you're going to know you were Israelite. Whole hardcore deal, man. Yeah, man, you know, that's it right there.
I got to point to that too. And any judgment that befalls our people, you know, whether they get put to death in a harsh way, we praise the Lord. We not mourning for y'all. We not lamenting for y'all. Yeah. Because why? That's the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
We happy.
The Lord is long suffering, man.
Bitch ass.
So when the Most High says He's gonna take you out, that's a righteous thing. Okay.
I got a precept. Yeah, this is Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants.
And the time of the dead is dealing with the other nations, because the other nations are as nothing. The other nations have this dismal, spirit about them. They're not the chosen people of the Lord. All right. Once again, man, showing us how to, deal and how to, maneuver amongst our current condition, man.
That's right.
Okay. The nations are dead, man. To the Most High, these nations are nothing. The Lord is the power of the living, not the dead. Who's the living?
Israel.
All right, Israel, and He's the living power. He's the living God.
A live dog is better than a dead lion.
You see? Read that again.
It says, Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry.
The nations were angry. And this is what we experiencing right now. You got Iran rising up. You got all these different nations rising up. Why? Because they're angry, because they see and they know very well about the inside and out about the so-called white man's corruption in America.
And thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged.
Yeah, the wrath is about to come, man. The wrath is a coming. The wrath is a coming from the Most High. Go ahead.
And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets.
Yeah, man. Those that what? Continually push out His word. Continually do His work. Continually uplift the name and the prophecy of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Go ahead.
That's right.
And to the saints, and them that fear thy name.
And them that fear thy name. And that's not all the nation of Israel, obviously. That's only the ones that are doing what we're doing. Go ahead.
Small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth.
Oh, that's so heavy, man. That's like the flip side of Revelation 13 and 16. When it says small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Well, guess what? The Most High got small and great of those pushing His word too.
That's right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You got small and great. It's gonna take the mark of the beast, but the Most High got small and great teaching His word.
That's right.
Right?
Offices, yeah.
See? There's always a right and a left. Go ahead.
It says, it should have destroyed them which destroyed the earth.
And should it destroy them which destroy the earth. Once again, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Let favor be shown unto the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness.
Esau do not want to understand righteousness nor learn it. nor indulge in it, man.
It's a can't do right.
Can't do right.
Can't get right.
E. Kelly.
E. Kelly.
That's
I ain't
right.
even checked that video yet. Go ahead, Al.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
That was it, brother.
That was it?
Yeah.
Anybody got something else?
Oh my goodness.
Nah, actually, I did have one more.
Let's go, man. And what one are we just closing
Bring
on?
that and you bring that up. I'm saying we close it
This
out.
is Job chapter 18, verse 11. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet.
And that's what you see going on right now, man. Terrorists, man, that's making Esau afraid. Look at Amalek, man. You know, they're afraid like a motherfucker, man. But now they got these self-defense classes, you know what I'm saying?
Training in penny loafers and yarmulkes.
And, you know, because why? Because Jake is starting to go upside their head, man. You know?
Well, yeah.
Well, that's
yeah.
all. Basically, I think that's all set up, you know what I'm saying? Because Jake ain't doing that shit, man, really like that, man. If they are, it's them young kids, man, that's out there going upside Jake's, going upside Amalek's head. That's for fun, man, and running off, man. That's what I've been saying. I haven't been seeing no real. And then this dude that stabbed the motherfuckers in the Hanukkah, you know what I'm saying, during the time of
Muncie, New York.
Yeah.
That was set up, man.
Hella set up.
But as far as these Jakes out there walking by and seeing a Amalekite with one of them bushy ass hats on, he goes slap his hat off his head, man. That was random. That's a little random shit that Jake is having fun. You know what I'm saying? They not, they ain't no terrorist attack, man. That's not anti-Semitism because them Jakes don't even know what the fuck is going on, man. They're just out there having fun, man. You see, when you young, you gotta look at it this way, man. Esau uses, it says, never let a good crisis go to worse. You know what I'm saying, go to waste, man. And that's why they're using these crises because right now, this a kite could walk by and the young Jake 14 would go and slap his head off, man. Slap his hat off his head, that big ass bushy hat, and he would call, yo, listen, man, yo, man, this guy, this nigga hit me, that's anti-Semitism. But it's not, man. It's Jake having fun. They call it wilding, man. You think a 14-year-old kid know about anti-Semitism, man, and know about Amalekites being the devil, man? They don't know shit, man. So they out there having fun, man.
Bro.
Do you think a 17-year-old Jake that's out there walking their group and they're in a group, about 5 of them, they see an Amalekite walking by, they go upside his head, a couple of them, ram him through his pockets and shit, you know what I'm saying? That's a robbery, man. And it's not anti-Semitism. But Esau will use that to their advantage to get laws passed, man. Anti-Semitism,
right.
Hate crimes, you know what I'm saying?
That's exactly
Anti-hate speech, man. But it's nothing but Jakes out there looking for, because they struggling, looking for a little come up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. This dude walking, I'm going to go upside, and it's a stigma that Jews always got money. But these fucking kites don't be carrying no money, man.
Nah.
They ain't carrying a card.
Money, but they got all kinds of
money. They got all kinds of money. But they have a card on them. But you could beat the shit out of them. They ain't going to give you that card number, man. You could beat the fuck out them to their fucking face is damn near half off. You could pop their eyes on their head. They ain't gonna give you that code, man. So Jake don't know. So that's all bullshit, man. Jake don't. These niggas out here don't know nothing about anti-Semitism and Amalekites oppressing them, man.
You just had Jake fucking so-called beat up an Amalekite for $1, bro.
No, that was the Christmas Eve attack. 2 homos. They were Seminites, man.
Yeah, they got judged.
They got judged. They got locked. It was 4 dudes. The oldest was 15, and the 2 got locked. The 2 was still on the run. They beat. I was like, damn. They beat a nigga up for $1. Then I found out
he was gay.
That one dude was trying. The dude that got killed. He was going to help. He was in the store. He was going to help his boyfriend. I said, his boyfriend? What the fuck? Fuck that fucking homo, man. Fuck him. He deserved it, man.
That's what I
that
said.
was judgment. But guess what? But guess what? Them niggas beat the shit out of that dude, right? And some dude seen them beating the shit out of them, and they took $1 off the dude, right? And the dude said, yo, what the fuck you doing, man? And the dude gave them a couple of dollars, you know what I'm saying, to leave the dude alone. You know what I mean? So they got paid $3, and that's your energy, that's your life, man. So it was 4 of y'all. Y'all couldn't even split it evenly, the $3.
75 cents each.
Think about that shit, man.
Yeah.
Y'all got 75 cents a piece, man. Off of whipping 2 homosexuals' ass, man.
Yeah, man.
And you're going to jail for life behind that. And they're going to charge him, and they charge him homeboy. Luckily, they charge him as a adolescent. So he's being charged in family court.
Man.
But guess what? They're gonna give you 10 years, 20 years, 15 years.
75 cents. Wow.
Over 75 cents. Man.
This is the world that we live in, man.
So now they're gonna charge you as an adult. They're gonna charge you as a minor, but once you're 15, 3 years and you be 18, then you're gonna transfer your ass to Katsaki, an adolescent prison. And then you're gonna be in a world of hurt, bro. Cause them dudes out there, I mean, it's crazy, bro.
God damn.
We gonna see how we
The prison industrial complex. You're gonna be a victim of the prison industrial complex. Come on.
Privately owned prisons, whereas you could invest money on the stock market in these prisons, man, and make money off the fucking backs of you jakes that's locked, and you Negroes, Hispanics, that's locked up, man, in the prison system. Ain't that some shit?
Damn.
It says, his strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side.
Yeah, bro, you got it, bro.
Come. Yeah, it's talking about his economy, man. All right, because the dollar's gonna collapse, man.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
Yeah, and they about to switch to that digital currency, man. It's about to be a transition. You know, to the eventually the microchip, which is the mark of the beast.
Let me just say this, man. I work in LaGuardia Airport, right? And most of them TSA workers and most of the workers that's in them terminals, right? They use their phone. Remember back in the days you had to punch in with a card? You put it back in there right there and let you know when you punched in and you punch out. Now you got to use an app. And you punch it through the app. Not only you punch it through the app, right? Now, you get a 15-minute break here, a half an hour lunch or an hour lunch. If you are a minute late after your 15-minute break or your hour lunch or your half an hour lunch, right? You hear your name being broadcast through the loudspeaker, through the terminals, man, to report to the front office. Because you are 2 minutes late or a minute late. That's total control. Soon, and then that's how they dock you, do your pay. You see, you came late to work. You was 10 minutes late, an hour, half an hour late. So no more getting over and you know, coming to work and you was half an hour late. Now they can dock you. Because now they're tracking you through your phone, man. Because it's an app. You go in, you sign up, they have you sign up, and it's gonna trickle down to all the workers, man, that's working in LaGuardia Airport, whether you're working at LaGuardia Airport or Kennedy Airport or whatever fucking airport you're working at, man. And not only the airports, but it's going to trickle down to all these other different companies, man.
Yeah.
Where you got to use your phone to clock in, and then they can track you through your phone, man, because they know where you the fuck you at, man. Yeah. So you could be 2 minutes late, man. They coming down on you, man. I've heard it. People voices being broadcast on the fucking announcer, man. On that board, wherever you want to record it. Yeah. Total control, man. So how much more to offer the microchip when they bring forth that digital currency, man, and they change this physical currency to an unseen digital currency, man, which is to offer the microchip, man. Yeah. How much more? They have total control over you, man. If you want to pay a bill and skip this bill, you can't because they got total control. They're taking that shit out, leaving you in the res.
Real quick testimony, because you mentioned about the clocking thing. One of my jobs, one of the jobs that I work in, you're not like you basically can't clock in unless you're actually in the building. So we got clocking on our own phones, but they track the locations. If you try to call and clock in without you being in the building, they're gonna know that you wasn't there.
Or near the site.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have it, man. Yeah.
You got a clock. Yeah, you got that, right?
Yeah, man, I have it on my phone, but don't every minute it a text me. So I'm gonna show you, brothers, it. And them owe my money to, man. Because the system,
Don't show it. Don't get into your personal information, bro. No, we don't have to, bro. We just show you that this is the new stage that Esau is coming to, man. And it's about total control.
if I may say, just like George Orwell wrote the book 1984, and what the brothers is going into, that's what's written in the book. All right, it goes into all that. All right, how society is going to be, everything's going to be under surveillance.
But you know what though? He wrote that book in 1948, but he switched around court in 1984, and his real name, his pen name, was George Orwell, but his real name was Eric Blair.
Yep.
You know, and he was connected to the international. He's a one of the
luminary,
a lesser luminary, but he had some kind of status because they was giving him power. That's just like H.G. Wells, man. When the Time Machine and all the rest of that, man. The War of the Worlds, all them dudes was lesser luminaries, man. But guess what? They knew they was a part of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
You know?
They got the term Big Brother's watching you. But you know,
Yeah.
Esau is spiritual because
Esau Big
came
Brother
out first. He's, you know.
Yeah. So, you know, so it all goes back to total control, man. And that's what Esau wants, total control. You can't get around it, man. So, I understand, bro.
You got scriptures?
Yeah, I have one.
See this shit out?
And we're going to close out with this last scripture right here. Real quick.
Because earlier, you know, the elder mentioned that, you know, Esau can't get right. This is Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb.
Start at verse 1, brother.
Verse 1. This is Psalms 58,
Break it down.
verse 1. Do ye indeed speak righteousness,
Oh shit.
O congregation?
Yeah,
Do ye judge uprightly?
Yeah, Esau, he doesn't do that. All right? Esau doesn't judge uprightly. All right? Good.
O ye sons of men. Verse 2. Yeah, in heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth.
Yeah, that's the so-called white man. All right? In his heart, he worked wickedness. Okay? And the word heart goes back to the Hebrew word lab, which means his mind. All right? They devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. The scriptures say they can't sleep unless they do wickedness, man.
You brought that scripture out earlier.
Yeah.
Goddamn devils.
Which in overall goes into bewitching the people to do what they want them to do, not what the Most High want them to do. Pursuing the accuser of our brethren, man. See, this is what the so-called white man has done. All right, look at slavery. I mean, he created the Willie Lynch letter, right? He created the prison industrial complex, the military complex.
So you got Thomas Thistlewood.
Thistlewood. You had all kinds of vices and not vices, but devices that the so-called white man created to keep our people in a fucked up state, in a destroyed state, man. All right, that's working wickedness in your heart, man.
Devising mischief to work in the hearts of the sons of men, not only Negroes, especially in America, but the rest of the people that's in his land. Because you got bugged out Edomites too. That's peons that don't know what the fuck is going on. Bugged out Ishmaelites. Everybody in this world, everybody in the land of America, if they're Americanized, they bugged the fuck out of their mind, man. They bugged out, man.
Yep.
You know, you even got Ishmaelites, man, talking about. And I say Ishmaelites, man. You know, because you got where I work at, right? You got little bodegas that's ran by Ishmael. I don't know who own it, but you got these motherfuckers. And I was in the store buying a vitamin water, and I was getting a vitamin water, and I was getting a sandwich, right? Because they said they don't sell no pork there. They was talking about how they will accept transgenderism, and because this is what this Ishmaelite was saying. I didn't say nothing. I kept my mouth shut, and I wanted to get the fuck out of it because I was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Going until you had these Ishmaelites, right? Right along with Jake, saying that the transgender, the one that's getting popped is the homo, but the one that's not, but the one that's popping them is not the homo. I looked at these niggas and I was like, yo, what the fuck what did I came into it? I walked to a store filled with madness, and you got Jake and Ishmael agreeing upon this shit. You know, meanwhile, the Jake don't know that the Ishmaelite is fucking this woman for Lucy's and credit. But they was talking about the only homo is the man that's getting popped. I was like, what the fuck? I walked into the store and I heard this madness. And I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. I didn't say anything. I didn't comment.
Is it not rightfully named Babylon, bro?
I just got the fuck out there. I bought my vitamin water. I ordered my sandwich. And I was contemplating on leaving the sandwich there and not coming back. But I frequently go to that store because that's the only store in that neighborhood that don't sell pork. So I didn't want to leave a bad stain on my, on my little name, on my name, going to that store. Because I figured to go to that store because that's the store, only store that don't, like I said, don't sell pork. So I was like, fuck it. I just went outside and didn't listen to them. And then the dude knocked on the window, let me know my sandwich was ready, and I came and got my sandwich, broke the fuck out. But you had Jake in there discussing about popping transgenders, man. Jake and Ishmaelites, man. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy, man. Tell me Jake don't need to be put to death, man. Yo, man, I don't give a fuck, yo. Fuck that, man. Nigga wanna suck my shit, man. I'm gonna let him suck it. Crazy shit, bro. But we ain't gonna get into that. This is Sabbath, you know what I'm saying? But
wicked, man. It's just wicked.
Jake is totally wicked.
This is wickedness, man.
And they follow ways of the heathen, man, to the point whereas they ready to die with the heathen, man.
That's it.
Crazy shit, man. You know what I mean? Vexed with the fucking conversation.
Hey, how
with the
about
wicked,
Simeon Shai destroy every last one of you niggas?
You go up in the store, man, you hear some fucking crazy shit like that, man. You early in the morning. Who the fuck wanna hear that shit, man?
What
8 o'clock in the morning,
bro,
man.
what kind of world is this when you gotta just based off of that scenario?
And then
what kind of world is this?
I get to work. I start work at 5 o'clock, right? So I'm going to get me a sandwich, you know.
What kind of world is this, bro?
It's like about 6:30, 6:45. So what the fuck, Jake is up early? You ain't going to work. So apparently you hustling out there, man. You in the Arab store. Jake love hanging out in Arab stores, man. Like them Arabs is your boy, but they really fucking your woman and keeping an eye on you at the same time, man, and laughing at you behind your back. You know what I mean? So that's what I see. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? This nigga, every day these niggas in front of this Arab store. You ain't got a life? Hey, this is 6. Y'all get to work at fucking 5 o'clock, and we get a break within that hour, with almost 7 o'clock, right? A 20-minute break. So I go get me a little fucking beef bacon and eggs and cheese on the roll and shit, you know what I'm saying, on the bagel, to wolf it down real quick with some coffee, you know what I'm saying, bro? And these niggas in the store talking shit, man. I'm like, god damn. Yo, crazy shit, bro. Jake is gone, bro. It's called niggatry.
Niggatry at its finest, boy.
Niggatry at its finest. Hey, so anybody got any over scriptures, bro?
He was still reading.
Yeah, bring it up, bro.
Back in Psalms 58 and verse 3, the wicked are estranged
You got it, bro.
from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Yeah, that's the so-called white man. The scriptures say, the soul that is lifted up within him is not upright. All right, the so-called white man, that's why he's known as the wicked, man. Okay? It says, they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. That's why that's why the scriptures call him the devil, man. Because the so-called white man, all right, he's a liar, man. He's a deceiver. He's a slanderer. All right? So, yeah, that was it, man.
Hey, so, you know, if nobody got anything else to say, we're going to close it out. We're going to give all praises to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'Kadash.
and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations, you I came out there and I pushed this word of truth and sincerity. And with that, Shalom.
Shalom.
Ball.
Shalom.
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 Kum Yasharala.